Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's good, YouTube? Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy Tank be chopping, and we back with another haircut tutorial. Alright guys, what we're gonna be doing on this cut is a number 8 on top, mid fade, line up the beard. We are gonna be adding a little bit of enhancements, but not overly do it. No edge up in front, but y'all gonna see it when we get there. So as y'all can see, I am taking my Snap FX from Babyliss. I got my number 8 guard on my clipper, and I'm going over the top. As y'all can see, I did speed some of this up because I had to go over the top a good amount of times. He wanted it down to number 8, and it was longer, and it was used to being combed a certain way, so we had a lot of parts sticking up. We had a lot of straight hair, so I had to keep going over it a good amount of time just to be nice and consistent with it. And now what I'm doing is I'm going over the sides, basically just debulking. I have my number 4 guard, and what I'm doing is I'm blending into that number 8. And I know some people are gonna say, man, you can't blend a 4 into a number 8. But if you float the clipper properly, you can fade a number 4 into scissors on top, into almost any length on top. So that's normally what I do. I debulk with a number 4, and then I fade down to a number 3, and then I blend up to my number 3. But right now, like I said, guys, this is my number 4 blending into that bulk on top, that number 8 that we previously did. And now I'm going over the sides with my number 3 guard, blending into that number 4. And the reason why I like to do this is it makes it easier for me. Like, I know I only have to blend until number 3 now, instead of thinking like, man, I gotta blend all the way until number 8. Or even if they do longer work on top, you know, if they have a longer length, I still know that I debulked with a 4 and a 3, so I only gotta blend into a 3, so that's not too hard on anybody, really. If you can blend into a 3, you could do almost any haircut. But now I'm going in with my clipper lever all the way closed, setting in my initial bald guideline. We are doing a mid fade, slight drop in the back just to make sure we don't cut that crown completely off. I like to drop most of my fades down in the back slightly, just because sometimes the back is harder to fade and you have to give yourself a little more room. So that's typically what I do on these haircuts. Alright, so now that is done, I am taking my new Low Pro FX trimmer, the Andy Authentic version, and what I'm doing is I'm taking all the sides down to that length, and I'm not coming all the way up to that line. I'm trying to stay right below it, really trying to blend into that line. That way it makes this transition from the shaver to the clipper closed a lot easier. And now I'm going over the sides with my shaver. This is the FX3 from Babyliss. And I'm trying to come right below what I just did with that trimmer. Once again, guys, just to make that transition easier and make it look nicer from the shaver to my clipper closed and all the way up into the blend. Alright, so now that is done, we're actually gonna start setting in some guidelines. I'm going in with my clipper lever all the way open, and I'm setting in my initial, well, not my initial line, but I'm setting in my next line, and I'm coming all the way around the head, coming up about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch or so. Now, guidelines may vary based on, you know, the type of fade they're getting and the amount of room you have to work with. So you kind of have to understand head shape and how much room you have. But with this particular fade, I'm coming up about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch. And now I'm taking my 1 guard with the lever all the way open, doing the same exact thing, setting in another guideline. Same thing, guys, coming up about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch, and I'm gonna work my way all the way around my client's head. And I like to set in my guidelines all the way around my client's head and then blend one side at a time. That helps keep things consistent for me. So now the next step, after my 1 guard lever open, I'm taking my number 2 guard lever open, and basically what I'm doing now is blending into the work that I did earlier. So y'all know I did a 4 and then a 3, so my 2 open should blend into that 3 guard. There may be some discrepancies in it, but it's all good. We'll take care of that when we get there. And then once I do that, I'm gonna close my lever. So I just closed my lever right now, and now this is my 2 guard closed, and I'm gonna just work on this side of the haircut. So after that 2 guard, I'm gonna take my 1.5 guard lever closed, try to bridge that gap between my 1 guard lever open and my 2 guard closed. And most of the time, the 1.5 guard does that. Sometimes you will need to adjust your lever open or closed or whatever you feel is necessary to get that part to look good. And once that is done, I'm going in with my 1/2 guard lever all the way open, which basically makes it a 1, and I'm trying to bridge my clipper open section into my 1 guard open section. I hope that makes sense. You know, I hope I explained that good. And I'm just gonna go on with my clipper open first, and I'm just gonna adjust my lever as needed. Now, based on hair texture and what the hair is doing, sometimes you don't have to adjust your lever too much, and sometimes you will. It's all based on the head shape, the hair texture, you know, how thick the hair is. So I am gonna close my lever, you know, if it's needed, and y'all did see me just close my lever there, but sometimes it's not as needed as other cuts. Some cuts you will need to close your lever all the way, and you will need to stretch the blend a little bit, but in this case, that blend came together nice, pretty easily. So now what I'm doing here is I'm going in with my clipper halfway open, and I'm trying to erase this bottom line. As you can see, I'm just flicking at that line, barely working my way up, and then I'm gonna close my lever one notch and still just start attacking this line, trying to erase that line. And then as y'all can see, man, I'm basically just using lever play, and basically lever play is just adjusting your lever open, close, halfway, whatever you feel is necessary. And I'm just using lever play to try to get this bottom line and this bottom part of the blend to look good. And I feel that this part is one of the most important parts of the cut. You want to make sure that bottom part of the blend is super blurry, and just make sure that that transition looks good. And now what I'm doing is I'm going back in doing some slight detail work. So all of my steps are done. I'm just doing a little bit of detail work now. This is my one guard lever open. I did see some discrepancies in that area that I felt the one guard lever open would help, look nice, help take out them discrepancies and help that area look better. And then as y'all saw me do there, I did close my lever. Once again, guys, basically just doing some lever play to try to get this blend to look right. Here is my 1.5 guard. Just doing a little bit of cleanup work. And now that that is done, I am gonna take my number 6 guard, and I'm gonna take down my client's beard. That's the length that he wanted, was a number 6 on the beard. So I'm just going over the beard with my number 6 guard, getting it all down to that length. And then we're gonna line it up, blend it in, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna go in with my clipper open, clipper open first, and then adjust my lever closed, working my way up. Then my one guard lever open, adjusting my lever closed, working my way up. And now here's my half guard open, and then adjusting it closed, working my way up. And most of the time that gets my beards to look good. If I need to use other guards, I will, but in this case I didn't. So now I'm taking my Lithium FX trimmer, and all I'm doing is lining up my client's beard, trying to give a nice curve to it, trying not to push that beard too far down. He does like a nice full beard, but at the same time I want to make sure it looks sharp. I know I'm gonna add enhancements also, so I'm really not trying to push it too far down. I do just want to give it a nice look, but once again, at the same time, give a nice line and make it look to where it will look good when the enhancements do come out. So now that that is done, all I'm doing here is doing some more detail work. I like to set in my clients' lineups and then go back and detail if I feel it's necessary. And there's just some small things that I wanted to touch on the blend. And basically this part of my detail work is just using whatever guards I feel necessary. So in this case, I did the 1.5 guard, my 1 guard, and now my half guard. Now here I go in with my clipper no guard, just adjusting my lever as needed. Here's my trimmer, just trying to clean that bottom part of the blend up. And I did forget to put my client's vertical bar in there, so that's basically what I'm doing now. We're just gonna punch in a little vertical bar, no edge up in front, just that vertical bar. And then I'm moving on to the opposite side, basically doing the same thing, guys. I'm gonna really just try to blend this all together. I did speed this part of the video up, obviously. If y'all want to rewatch the steps that I went through step by step, rewind the video. That was step by step. Here I'm just going to talk a little bit about the tools that I'm using. So as y'all can see, I am using the Snap FX from Babyliss. In my opinion, these tools are really good. I really like using them on haircuts. They're probably one of my go-to clippers. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, let me rephrase. They are one of my go-to clippers when it comes to fading, debulking, anything. This clipper is a nice, well-rounded clipper. But nonetheless, guys, as you can see, that blend is coming together slightly quicker on this side, not just because I sped it up, but because I also know what my client's hair is doing. And then all I'm doing here, guys, I'm gonna go over the beard and line him up. Now I'm gonna be quiet for a little bit. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and just watch and see what I do to my client's beard. Alright guys, so now that that is done, I'm gonna go ahead and add some enhancements to my client. This is Temptation by Kiss. It's basically enhancements in a can, and it's just, I like using this because it's easier for me, real quick to use, you know what I'm saying? So I use this a lot on most of my clients, is that Temptation by Kiss. Now I'm gonna go in with my razor, basically just making these lines as sharp as I can possibly get them, making sure that I'm stretching that skin, that way I lessen the chance of nicking my client. And all we're gonna do is follow what we did with that trimmer. Make all that hair, you know, bring it all down to that razor length. That way these lines get really sharp, these lines look really sharp, and really get to pop and make this blend even look better. Alright, as you can see here, I am hitting up the top of my client's lip and inside of the chin area. Most of the time, I like to go over that with my single foil shaver first. I didn't on this client, but I will go over that after I'm done here. So that, yeah, as y'all can see here, I'm using my single foil shaver, and I just like using that in those areas. And then under the neck, I use the single foil because it's easy and it causes no irritation. But check it out, man. This is how my man came into the shop looking. This is the before look. And this is the finished product. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this haircut in the comment section. If y'all like this video, please make sure to smash that like button. Also, if new to my channel, make sure and subscribe one time for your boy. Remember guys, if you're in the Houston, Texas area and you want a haircut from your boy, you can go to my website, tankbechopping.com. tankbechopping.com. I don't know why I said that weird, but you can go to tankbechopping.com. You can book there. If you want me to record it for YouTube, make sure you put that in the comment section. I was using Babyliss tools in this video, so you can go to babylesspro.com. Use my discount code TANK10. But yeah, YouTube, once again, let me know what y'all think. I hope I helped somebody out. And yeah, man, until next time, I'm out of here.